op-ed on the Wall Street Journal website. Dan Palmer with us. All right, Dan, put it aside for a second just with real estate. Is this Billionaires Tan Tax a workaround?
I think it's an act of self-delusion. I think the United States Constitution allows taxation of income. It's a carefully defined, litigated term. Unrealized gains don't fit within the box. So I think it's a talking point. It's not a tax strategy. It ends up in court and gets thrown out.
Which then would create all sorts of problems for the Democrats. I'm interested, so many people would read your op-ed, and as did I, and say, well, look, you know, these are rich people's problems. We're going to give money to a bunch of poor and middle-class folks with the Democrat spending plans. Why care about the millionaires and billionaires who own apartment complexes?
I think that the concern of the federal government really should be for the nation as a whole. It's not about the rich people necessarily. It's about the consequences of taxing, say, targeting real estate, unrealized gains, or real estate in the way in which they're talking. The net result of that would be to jeopardize the $4 trillion CMBS ecosystem. And we got a little taste of that in 2008, and it pales in comparison to the impact of what this might be. So, for example, back then, there's a relatively small number of mortgages around subprime, which were basically unqualified borrowers who defaulted on their loans. But the casino Wall Street constructed around that relatively small pool was leveraged at 30 to 1 and involved derivatives many times the aggregate value of the underlying mortgages. And when the car jumped off the tracks, it was chaos, global meltdown. I mean, it was Armageddon in the financial markets, and it ended up costing the U.S. taxpayer and put us into a recession. So,
yeah, no, I think it was Warren Buffett who called all that.
Tinkering things like this, it's...
Yeah, Warren Buffett called those financial weapons of mass destruction. But back to your point, I think bringing it back to people at home, are you saying that the tax plan as it stands now, and the one that you wrote about, would then potentially affect the values of people's homes that just own a house, not commercial real estate or invest in real estate?
The way it's written right now, it would just affect commercial real estate, as I understand it. The gains that they're talking about, the order of magnitude is mostly there, but it could affect some of the wealthiest people and their homes. But look, all these tax proposals are introduced to affect only a small number of people. You know, the income tax came in at 1% for everyone earning over $3,000 a year, and it escalated all the way up to 7%, you know, for certain people. But it's not that way in reality. This is the proverbial camel's nose under the tent. Next thing you know, you've got the camel in the tent. And I think everyone understands, you know, much as your previous guest says, Congress loves to spend money. Yeah. The problem here is they love to spend other people's money, is how I would complete that sentence. And, you know, I think this is a very irresponsible way to conduct public policy in a back room, you know, hidden from day, under time pressure, and talking about the wrong issue. They're all sitting around talking about, oh, this is a top-line spending bill. It was cut from a, you know, imaginary $6 trillion Bernie Sanders, you know, dream to something far less. It's still trillions of dollars, and we don't have it. And we already, by the way, this is not a revenue problem. They have record revenues. This is a spending problem. It's profligate spending. You know, it's
Dan,
like you
are
the
the one.
you know,
you're the one who taught me the key to financial success is that top-line revenue growth has to exceed expense growth. That's something that has not happened with the federal government for a long time. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate the perspective.
Right. Great to see.
Beagle puppies.